You know, in like 20 years, I might finally find time to go back to this fucking store of half hour or so long videos that I've recorded. I'm glad that I have them. You know, I I'm glad that I've bothered to film all of this random stuff. I've gone back and watched a couple of them, and it'll be like stuff I completely forgot that I filmed, and it'll be pretty nostalgic. But a vast majority of it has probably just immediately slipped out of my memory. And someday I'll maybe try to work through it all. A lot of times when okay, so sometimes I've found videos of places that I don't live at anymore, or places I can no longer go to, and I'll kind of look around with the camera to simulate looking around as if I was there, but there's always kind of a yearning, like, there'll be something I want to see just a little bit more, there'll be a certain location I want to look at a bit longer, or a certain angle I want to look at. And it's not like I can cover every possible thing I could ever want to expose myself to in this environment. And as for watching videos in the future, I mean, how many events am I supposed to multiply the duration of? How much of my life can I afford to expend on reliving things that already happened? I haven't just recorded myself talking in the apartment in a while, but I'm doing it right now because I feel like I want to ground myself. Because I don't know what it is, but sometimes I just go into this state that I don't like, where it's really hard to concentrate on anything, and it almost feels like I'm drunk, but without the lack of coordination or the enjoyable aspects. It just feels like I'm disconnected from my environment. I can't like feel clarity. It feels like there's maybe some things that cause it. Like if I focus on some menial task for too long, like something very right-brained and mathematical. Maybe if I just read too much text, or it might be caused by like high contrast in the brightness of the environment around me. Like, that lamp wasn't on, so it was just my laptop monitor and the TV, and there was just like two bright spots in the living room. And I think that might have caused it. I don't know. I understand how it feels and kind of what environmental factors accentuate it, but I don't really understand it. And I don't know how to make it go away. And I just got a Discord message, but I don't want to read it right now. Or maybe I didn't get a message, maybe it just beeped for no reason. I think that I have all of the server beeps turned off, but I don't know, sometimes it just beeps and I don't know why. Maybe I just haven't rooted through all of them thoroughly enough, because I think I'm in like 30 different Discord servers that I never ever bother looking at. I just joined them and now, I don't know. I know that if I leave them, I'll probably never bother to rejoin. So I don't want to just get rid of them. Maybe in 200 years I'll be looking at Discord and I'll find immeasurable value and, I don't know, just some random pointless community. And that's a joke, I know that that's not really gonna happen, most likely. I feel kind of unenergetic. I'll probably go and at least want to walk tonight, but I feel kind of unenergetic, lethargic. I've been feeling like that more lately, ever since like the start of May. I think that the warm weather does it to me. I don't know why. I love to do nothing but walk around every night. Or at least, I'm very drawn to the idea of going on walks, but I think in practice it can become monotonous. I'm always listening to music during them and trying to like metabolize the whole album, and I rewind it constantly because I can't pay attention. My mind wanders very easily. I can't pay attention to music because on the first listen, I don't know how to relate to the music in any way. I can't like think of it as anything but different frequencies being presented to me, just different noises that mean nothing. I need to try going on walks without music sometimes, so I can just take in the environment around me. It's actually probably been quite a long time since I've done that. Maybe I should at least listen to some music that's familiar to me. I haven't done that in a very long time either, and I have some kind of precious memories of walking around listening to certain albums that I enjoy. The album made like a given walk stick in my memory better. And, you know, remembering a day is important. There are lots of days that I don't do anything on, and consequently I don't really remember them. And if you don't remember a day, then that might as well be a little bit of death in your life. It's like, you might as well have been unconscious that entire time. What was the point of even living that day if some of your time has just kind of gone into the toilet memory-wise? Every day should try to include something unique. And I guess once I start college in August, that'll help with that, as long as I can actually function in the context of being in college. Waking up at like 9 a.m. every day. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that, but I'm just gonna try to wing it. I'm gonna try. I mean, once it's the first day of college, I will try to make sure I am awake when college starts and be at the college, and then I will be in college, and then the next day, hopefully, I will make it to the classes on time. I mean, I know you can even just walk in late. It's not like high school where they have tardies. You just don't really enforce it. They're like, hey, you're paying us either way, so fucking show up, I would recommend, but you don't have to, you know, miss a lecture. Well, that's $100 down the drain. So even if you're late, you're gonna miss some information. They don't make any concessions, I don't think. They don't, you know, they're not gonna like make everyone else listen to the information again. And hey, this is something I should be documenting. It just feels like menial crap that doesn't matter at the moment. Okay, no, that's too pessimistic. I don't think like this is just menial crap that doesn't matter, but it just feels normal. It just feels, that's it, just normal. Just what's going on right now. That's all it feels like. But I should be talking about this. I should be archiving this. I should be making this a record of my life to revisit someday. Maybe be of archaeological value in 200 years. I guess in that case, I'm gonna have to make a very solid decision on what personality I want to put forward in these, because I'm affecting archaeology. I hope people in the future still understand English. I could take a 30-minute video of Roxy and I would be so happy that I'd gotten that much footage of her, but then I'd revisit it later and I'd be stressed out by how I have to watch 30 whole minutes of Roxy. Well, really, I have no attention span and I want to be doing anything else every second that I am doing anything. Here she comes. There she is, taking up the whole frame. So the next album that I'm gonna go and walk to is New Millennium Concepts by Internet Club. So it's like a really old classic vaporwave album. I'm not sure how classic you can call Internet Club. I'm not sure how many people recognize Internet Club. You know, it's a lot less than... I mean, tons of people know their Dreams 3D album and like the one where the title is just total Unicode gibberish. But they have like a lot of kind of miscellaneous albums. Like Pure Trance and Underwater Mirage and what is it? Oh wait, oh wait, I was thinking of Modern Business Collection, but I had to skip that one. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna listen to New Millennium Concepts. Unless one of the songs is too short. That's the reason I had to skip Modern Business Collection, because I use a music program on my phone called Double Twist. And I store all my music on an SD card, and for some reason, if it's on an SD card and it's in Double Twist, then songs that are too short will not show up. It's only with Double Twist, I think, and it doesn't happen if it's on the phone's hard drive. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if it's actually correlated to like song length, or maybe if it's like file size. It's just a correlation with length. Or sometimes it'll be like a 19-second song that gets by, and I'll be like, what? Why? Why does that one get to show up? And after the Internet Club album, I might be listening to The Next Day by David Bowie, which would be kind of exhausting because lately I've done like 4 David Bowie albums. I'm getting kind of exhausted with the guy. It's been his first album, the self-titled one that's all weird, and then Black Tie White Noise, and then Earthling. And oh, before Earthling was Outside. David Bowie's interesting, kind of. I really like Hunky Dory, and you know, Black Star, of course. Hunky Dory is extremely good. I think it's my favorite one. Aside from maybe Black Star. Black Star is hard to fit into the spectrum of how much I like David Bowie albums. A lot of his stuff is kind of hard to understand and or relate to. He has a kind of perplexing quality about him. Still haven't listened to Ziggy Stardust. That's like the big one. Never heard it. Yeah, I'm on a recliner right now. You know what I never do? I never just lie down in the middle of the day, because the only place to lie down is my bedroom, and I get quickly bored in there because there's nothing to do. There's no TV or anything. And everyone knows that a TV is the only thing that you can do in existence. Beep 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 beep. I actually did it yesterday, and it made it kind of feel like I was getting the mental clouding under control. I don't know if that's a name for it. I have no name for it, and I never have. Sometimes I describe it as being frayed. Like F-R-A-Y-E-D. Yesterday I lied down for a bit and it felt very nice. I can lie down on the couch, but it's not the same. And that night wasn't entirely restored because my eyes were aching. I think it's because I've been reading a lot of tiny font text lately. A lot more than I usually do. I'm just straining my eyes constantly and so I'm always staring at my fucking laptop. Always. My eyes are always focused on the same distance from my head. Day in and day out. And sometimes I'll look at that wall. So I have two different distances, I suppose. Maybe I can look over to the kitchen. Very rich and enriching. Sometimes I feel like I just have to stretch my muscles over and over. Fuck this. I'm not gonna be Jim Gaffigan. Jim Gaffigan was an enormous inspiration to me, in the sense that I will do everything in my power to not resemble him in any way. We cooked out yesterday and made burgers, and now there's just two blackened buns. Because we ate the burgers and the buns. Am I dehydrated? I'm gonna make some tea with one hand, so I have to do this. Something about me drinking tea is that I have many flavors, and I try to keep myself stocked with many flavors. And I actually have a spreadsheet of which sets of two flavors I have mixed, and also which ones I have done so while also adding milk. And I try to do something unique every time, for the sake of completing the spreadsheet. It's like I've turned drinking tea into like a World of Warcraft quest. At the bottom of that pile of boxes of tea, I have spearmint tea, which I have not drank in a long time. I think it'll feel kind of nostalgic to drink it. And I've only permitted myself to drink it once I've filled out the spreadsheet. It's done. I think it's getting dark out. It is very dark out. I was hoping to go on kind of a sunset walk and not just a night walk. Nearly every day I try to go on a sunset walk and then I end up going on a night walk. I like to have my sleep schedule inverted to nocturnal, just so I'm not tired by the time I'm eligible to go on a night walk to music. I don't know why I only do it at night. I think it's mostly just that, like, every time a car drives by.
Brown sugar and butter. Okay. And cherry inside each absolutely. Just gonna pour the batter on top. Alright. That's just a traditional upside down cake. Traditional pineapple upside down cake. Nothing special. Except it's gonna be cooked outside in the Dutch oven and then flipped over. And it's all done. What cooking time? This is about 40-45 minutes at about 350. Okay. Now, on either one of these, would you need to add any coals to either one of these during this process? It just depends on how the coals are when we put them on. Okay. I think the coral blue may need some more because the coals are a little burned down. But as you can see, this one's done in the Boy Scout emblem. Right.